I told you guys a little bit about, my journey of being separated back in 2012 and then also divorced in 2016. And so there was I was actually separated for almost 3 years. It was a really, really painful time. It was really a test of me really becoming strong. And that was really the journey when I started to really get in touch with my soul, and it was my soul that was able to help me navigate through all of that. And, initially my thought was I wanted to fix my marriage, right? And whenever we say, how are we going to fix it? We think it's outside of us. I got to go fix that. I got to fix him. I got to fix the marriage, right? And our business was going to fall apart because our personal and our business were tied together. And so, it was pretty scary, but realizing I can't fix all of this that's in the exterior environment. The only thing that I can control is what I feel on the inside. And so, as I started to study the law of attraction. And the law of attraction taught me that like energy equals like energy, right? And I really thought, if I could love myself, then maybe, just maybe, it will shift my husband's energy and lift my husband's energy to where he will actually be able to open up and love as well. Yeah. So I chose love. And I thought, okay, I am making a conscious choice to choose love, to study it. And I started to realize that the law of attraction was missing an intrinsic element of truth, and that was love. And I need to learn more about how do I raise my vibration and make sure that my heart's aligned with truth, that my mind's aligned with truth, that my body's aligned with love, right? So I really started to dissect love apart and to study it from the inside out. And I read hundreds of books on love and then was practicing things in my own life and learning how to love myself. We stop at this rebook store where you buy old books, and I kind of bump into a shelf and my hip hits a table and a book falls on the floor, and it's called Real Love.
By Greg Baer.
By Greg Baer, which changed my life. And so I thought I could never force someone to love me. That needed to be their choice. I really started to learn that love was not a contract, because the old human way of my view of love was, hey, if you wine and dine me, if you pay for the bills, if you keep the job, if you're the responsible one, I'll love you.
Yes,
I'll give you in return, and I'll give you what you think love is, which is sex, or I'll give you, I'll be skinny and beautiful and sweet. And, and then guys have the way that they look at a contract. They kind of look at women that way too, right?
Oh, yes.
It's like, why aren't you giving me sex, right?
Right, exactly. And then the whole imitation. That's part of the imitation.
Yeah,
love,
so
right?
Greg Baer talks about imitation love, and he's, it's what our culture is telling us about love, is that it's romance. And we look on the billboards, on the side of the freeway, or in all the advertisements, is that you're not enough. You need this makeup. You need these eyelashes. You need this hair extension. You need to lose weight. You need this pill. You need romance. You need to be having adventure. You need to be having those feel-good hormones, constantly chasing adrenaline and dopamine and new experiences. And, that can go into, you need to have more, right? We're chasing the more game, wondering what the hell is love?
Right. And I love the getting procedures, like the things that we try to do to get them to love us, right? That's a big thing.
And, Greg talks about getting behaviors is that, and it's really, if you think of energy, it's like, if my core being, my soul is in my core center, and that's responsible for making love and self-worth to keep me going. If my battery isn't turned on, if my soul hasn't been sparked and is providing my own source of love, then I'm going to be super needy. And I'm going to need you to approve of me, and I'm going to need you to admire me and feed my ego, and I'm going to need you to appreciate everything that I do and recognize me, and I need to be seen, validated, and heard, and because I can't do it myself, right? So it's all, now I'm super needy. I'm up to someone outside of me is controlling my happiness because I don't want to do the work to learn how to love myself.
Right. And I think the beauty of that book was, at least what I got of it, was that true love is loving without getting anything back in return. That's kind of what the summary in a way, like we're loving because we want to, and we're not doing it for any other reason, and we're not expecting anything in return.
And you know,
right?
the way that I love to teach this concept of that love is a choice and that has to be freely given in order to be received is, imagine if you have this gift and you've wanted this thing and you've wanted it so bad and you've been online looking at it and you just want it so bad, but you want, maybe you can't afford it or something, right? Our old perspective, the human way of thinking what love is it sounds like this. It says, okay, I want this. I don't want anything else. I want it in a shiny red box, in beautiful paper. I want this big, huge green bow on it. And I want my boyfriend, this particular person, to bring it to me. And they better not be 5 minutes late. And I want it to bring it to me here at this particular time. Well, and that's just not how the universe works.
That's right.
Right? Because the universe has to work through life forms, through human beings, right? That the energy of soul comes through human beings, and only those beings that are aligned with love can show up as love. Okay, so if my partner isn't aligned with love, he's not going to show up at my door. And also, if I'm not showing up as love and I'm not playing my part and doing my part and going out there and being love and spreading love and generating love and living my passion, do you think that magically, if I stay in my bedroom, with the lights off and don't come out of the sheets, that love's going to show up in my life? No, it just doesn't work like that. So imagine that when you're learning about love and how to co-create with the universe, or to be, reunited with your soul so that you're creating from that soulful place, that's about realizing how the soul works. And the soul lives in the land of love, which is a realm of free agency.